wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys today about good and bad hair ingredients. On YouTube, I have run into a lot of people that have claimed that the actual ingredients in hair products don't really matter, or they don't actually really pay attention to the ingredients in hair products, but what does matter is how it makes their hair feel. And they kind of judge whether a product's a good or bad product based off of how their hair feels after using it. Just doesn't make any sense. That would be like saying, oh, McDonald's tastes good, therefore it's good for my body. Just because something makes your hair feel good doesn't necessarily mean that it is good for your hair or that it's doing anything beneficial for your hair. So firstly, I wanted to just talk about ingredients to stay away from, bad ingredients in hair products. I recently did some research on parabens, and I've always known to stay away from parabens, but I never knew why. So I did a little bit more research on it, and actually, parabens have been found to cause breast cancer cells, um, which I find pretty scary. Parabens are a type of preservative that you can pretty much find in all hygiene products: toothpaste, deodorant, hair products, skincare products, body lotions, bath salts, like bubble bath soap. Pretty much anything that you use for hygiene can have parabens in it. And if you don't already have a paraben-free product collection, I guarantee you, go look at all of your hygiene products. I guarantee you 50% or more of your products have parabens in them. I found that to be pretty startling just because it doesn't make much sense to me why those products are still approved to be on the shelf and sold to women and men too, but just to be sold to people. Well, I guess it doesn't matter so much for men because they don't have breasts. But still, if something can cause the growth of breast tumor cells in women, then I can't imagine that it would be good for anyone. Stay away from parabens, please. And especially too, if you think about it, the fact that it's in so many different hygiene products, if you look at your hygiene product collection, think of every single thing that has parabens in it. Your lotion, you put that on once a day, maybe sometimes twice a day, all over your skin. So that's parabens all over your skin that you absorb. And then you have it in your deodorant, which you probably put on 2 times a day. So that's more parabens on top of your lotion's parabens. And then your hair products, like, think about how often you use all of your hygiene products, and those that you have parabens in, you're putting parabens in your body every single time on a consistent daily basis. I mean, I think it's something that needs, awareness needs to be brought to that. Second is mineral oil, petrolatum, and petroleum. Yes, they're oils, but they're not good oils for your hair. Actually, the molecules of mineral oil, petrolatum, and petroleum are too large to actually penetrate your hair follicles and your hair shaft. Whether you put it on your scalp or in your hair, the molecules are too large for you to actually absorb it or for it to penetrate your hair. So what it ends up doing is it just coats your hair. So it'll make it feel like it's moisturized because it's coated with oil, but shortly your hair will dry out because what it's doing is it's blocking any moisture from coming in and any moisture from going out. And then also sulfates you want to stay away from. I personally don't stay away from sulfates just because the reason why people say stay away from sulfates is because it can strip your hair of its natural oils. Sulfates are the ingredients in shampoos or conditioners that make it lather and make it like bubbly. Um, I don't stay away from that just because I don't mind my hair being stripped for the 10 minutes that I shampoo it, because right after I'm done shampooing it, I strip all of whatever excess oil product, whatever was in there. I go ahead and clean all of that out, and then I put more oil back in and more moisture. So I don't know, the whole like don't strip your hair of its essential oils thing doesn't really I don't see how that's such a bad thing if you put it right back in. It's just like washing your face. Like you take all the dirt, makeup oil off of your face, and then you put a moisturizer on it, and it's fine. So a lot of people say to stay away from sulfates. I mean, I guess I would advise you to do that. I really think it's up to, I mean, it's up to each individual regardless whether you want to stay away from whatever ingredients or not. But I personally don't stay away from sulfates just because I like to like clean my hair and then moisturize it. Alcohol, that's a big topic of discussion when it comes to hair ingredients. Common misconception: alcohol is bad for your hair. Yes, some alcohols are bad for your hair, but not all alcohols are bad for your hair. I think it's important to be educated on which alcohols to stay away from, which ones are okay. Just because if you see alcohol, I personally, what I was doing is if I saw alcohol on the back of, in the ingredients list of any product, I would automatically put it back on the shelf. You could possibly be like passing up some really good products just because they have alcohol in it without being educated on which alcohols are bad alcohols. Those are short chain alcohols, which means that they have 3 molecules or less, um, and they dry really quickly. These are the alcohols like rubbing alcohol, like when you put it on your skin and it feels cold and it evaporates really quickly. Those are the type of alcohols that short chain alcohols are. This is bad for your hair because, like I said, it dries out your hair and it'll make it frizzy and brittle. So stay away from those. But alcohols that are okay for your hair are just as many that are bad. And they normally have 12 or more molecules within their chains, and they don't have that like quick evaporation characteristic. These are used as emollient, which is like something that softens or smooths your skin and hair. It's also used as an emulsifier in products, which means it's used to mix the different ingredients that are in a product, and to like mix the different compounds of ingredients in a product so that the product doesn't separate into, whatever different ingredients are in it. So that it stays like all the same consistency and all the same dispersion of ingredients throughout the product. So those are fine for your hair. Just know which alcohols to stay away from and know which ones are okay for your hair. A big no-no is hairspray. That hairspray is pretty much any hairspray that you find is going to be more than 50% short chain alcohol. This is Garnier Fructis bamboo extract hairspray. I still do use hairspray even though it's bad for my hair. I'm trying to stop. I don't use it that often, but I'm going to stop once I finish the hairspray that I have. But this one, you can see that it's water, dimethyl ether, which is also bad for your hair and the environment, and alcohol denate is like the third ingredient. So this product is, the majority of it is water, ether, and alcohol denate. So you're putting that directly on your hair. If you can see down there, there's like a glare, but that says alcohol denate. So don't use hairspray. Even though I can't talk, because I do. Or try not to, at least. Okay. So those are most of the bad ingredients that I try and stay away from.